Namaste and welcome, yogis. Today I'm going to take you through a little mini hip opener for all of those who have been sitting a little bit too much in the last little while. We're going to see if we can open and stretch out those hips. So we're going to start lying on our mat. So just getting yourself laying on your back. You can have your knees bent, taking a moment, just lift your hips a little bit and then let them settle back down. We're going to bring our feet together and let the knees slowly open up. Now, if this is too much for your hips, you can always place some rolled up blankets or pillows under your knees. And then we'll bring our hands to our belly. You can close your eyes here. You want gravity to help with those knees to get them closer towards the mat, towards the floor. And with your hands on your belly, just focusing in on your breath. Breathing all the way down into those hands. Feeling them expanding. And then as you exhale, feel them sinking back down. And while you're breathing here, maybe silently counting the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Gradually getting your exhale to be longer than your inhale. So really calming down your nervous system here. So if you're inhaling for the count of 4 or 5, you want to exhale to the count of 8 or 10. Allowing it to gradually happen. Just feeling yourself calming down and relaxing. And then you can slowly just lift those knees back up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring the right knee into our chest, sending the left leg out. Just taking a moment or two, hugging that knee in. And then taking your right hand on the inside of your leg, we're going to grab hold of the bottom of our foot and just bringing the foot up towards the ceiling, but pulling that knee down towards your armpit. So this is what we call a half baby pose. So just feeling the weight of your hand on the bottom of your foot, feeling your knee sinking closer towards the floor. Taking some full belly breaths here. And then take hold of the bottom of that right foot with your left hand, placing your right hand on your knee. We're going to make some circles with our knee. See how that hip feels when we do this. And then taking it in the other direction. Loosening up that hip. And then we'll just bend the left knee, setting that right ankle right on the thigh there. You can use your right hand to gently push that right knee away from your body. So you want to feel this in your hip. And if you're not quite feeling it when you're doing this, then you're welcome to take your hands and thread them through and take hold of the left leg from behind and slowly bringing that left knee in towards your chest. So finding a spot that feels right for you. If it's too intense to bring it in like this, you can always set your foot up on a book or a block. If you can bring your knee in, the left knee in, We're going to take the right elbow and maybe push that right knee out a little bit. And again, you can close your eyes and imagine your breath this time going all the way down into that right hip, flooding it with some relaxing energy. Maybe noticing how that tension or tightness shifts and moves as you imagine breathing into it. And then release your left hand. You can bring that left foot back down, and we'll just let the right leg stretch out. Let's bring both legs out and just bring your arms overhead for a nice big stretch. Breathing all the way into your belly and then letting go. And then we'll bring our arms back down and take those feet and bend them again. We'll bring the left knee into the chest this time, sending your right leg out straight, just hugging that knee in. So we're going to do the same little series that we did on the other side, just to balance us out. So you can take your left hand on the inside of your left foot, bring that foot flat up towards the ceiling, and see if you can bring that knee down towards your armpit, down towards the floor. Taking a few moments, breathing into the belly. And as you exhale, feeling yourself sinking a bit deeper. And then grabbing hold of the bottom of the left foot with your right hand, taking that left hand onto your left knee. We're just going to make some circles with our left knee this time. Noticing any difference from one side to the other. And then taking it in the other direction, slow and steady. Good. Now we're going to bend the right knee, placing that left ankle just onto that right thigh. You can stay here pushing that knee out if that feels good. You want to feel it again in that left hip. If it's not enough stretch for you, you can thread your hands through, taking hold of that right knee, right leg from behind. And then slowly bringing that knee in towards your chest. Maybe using your left elbow to push the left knee out. Close your eyes here and imagining that breath flooding that left hip with relaxation. Notice how the tension shifts and changes. Eventually, it dissolves away. And then release your hands. Let's bring both feet back down to the floor. We're going to bring our knees in and just rocking from side to side, nice and gentle. And then you can roll to your side. We're going to come back up to sitting. Stretching your legs out. I'll just face this way, but we're going to stretch our legs out. Maybe point your toes and flex your feet. Good. And then bringing your right foot up, bending that right knee. We're going to cross that right leg over the left. And then take your left arm and wrap it around your right knee. We're going to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and then letting that arm float down behind you. We're going to come into a little twist here, looking over the right shoulder, keeping your spine nice and long, breathing and releasing as you exhale. And then slowly unwind. We're going to let this right knee just relax down. keeping your left leg straight, making sure your ankle isn't digging into your left thigh. And we're going to sit up nice and tall and then slide the hands down towards the toes. And you might not get too far, and that's okay. You can just let your head hang down here. Again, using the weight of that right leg on the left leg. It's going to help stretch out your hamstrings a little bit. Working that right hip as you let your right knee relax. Breathing and releasing. And then slowly rolling back up. And let's stretch that leg back out. Give them a little shake. We'll get ready to do the other side. So left knee bends. And then crossing your leg over. Taking the right arm around this time so you can hug that left knee in. Bringing the left arm up to the ceiling and then letting your arm float down behind you. Using it as a bit of a pivot point as you look over the left shoulder. Taking a few moments breathing. As you exhale, maybe those shoulders are opening a little bit more. Remember to always listen to your body and to do what feels best for you. And then we'll slowly unwind. Let's take that left knee and just let your knee rest down so your left ankle is not on that right thigh. You don't want it digging in on this side. And we're going to see how it feels on this side. So sliding those hands down towards your toes. When you get to some resistance, letting your head relax. Breathing all the way up the back body. And as you exhale, let your left knee relax. Let those hamstrings relax. Beautiful. Let's slowly roll back up and uncrossing that leg. We're going to bring our feet together, just like we did when we were lying down. Maybe let the knees flutter up and down, noticing if it feels a bit different than when we first started. There might be more room, more space we've created. And then taking your fingers around your toes and take your feet out a little bit further and slowly letting your head hang down. Taking a few moments, noticing where there's tension or tightness. Allowing those areas to soften and relax. And then slowly make your way back up. Bring those knees back together. And we're going to lay back down onto the mat. With our knees bent, let's take the right foot up to the ceiling and then just crossing the right knee over the left. So nice ladylike cross-legged here. Take your arms and bringing them up into either a cactus shape or T shape. And we're going to let the knees slowly come down to the right. So you're going to feel this stretch along the left hip, letting your head go to the left, letting the weight of that right leg just bring the left knee closer to the floor. If this is too intense for you, you can always remove that top leg. Just have your knees bent and coming into a gentle twist. So just breathing all the way down into any tight spots. As you exhale, relaxing into it and softening. And then slowly take your right leg off the left, bringing the knees back to center. Bring the knees in, let's give them a little hug. And rocking from side to side. And then coming back to center, bringing your feet back down to the floor. We'll do the other side. So left toes go up to the ceiling, letting the left knee cross tightly over the right. Taking your arms back down in a T or a cactus shape. And then when you're ready, you can let the knees float down to the left. Head going to the right. Checking to make sure it feels okay for you. Breathing all the way down the length of your spine and just softening as you exhale. And then removing that left leg and letting the knees come back to center. Just letting your knees go from side to side. Nice and slow and steady. And then bringing them back to center. Let your arms come down by your side, legs stretching out. We're going to come into our final pose. Getting yourself comfortable. Maybe your palms are facing up, taking up lots of space on your mat. Closing your eyes. And imagine relaxing energy flowing down from your crown, softening all the muscles in your face. Feeling your neck relaxing, shoulders sinking in, all the way down to the tips of your fingers, down your chest and your back, all the way down to those beautiful hips, feeling them sinking and softening. All the way down each of your legs to the tips of your toes. Taking as long as you wish, lying down here, focusing on your breath.